A bad position, you can't deal with not breathing. So, Eric on my back, not the best place in the world, but I need to control those hands. The second I panic or flinch or do anything else and leave his hands free, I am gonna get choked. That's just gonna happen. So this is priority. Again, keeping them in nice and tight. If I can get the elbows straight off the bat, this is great, but that can sometimes be hard. So if you grip into the arm and pull across, it makes it a little bit easier. Going in under that elbow joint, and I'm falling off to the underhook side. So once I'm ready, this hand's just gonna come through the gap. I'm pushing the arm down, grabbing my own forearm, we'll get a straight arm bar. It's really, really nice and easy, boom. You can sometimes get it from the seated position, but I wouldn't bet on it because there's a lot of space here and there's gonna be a fight for it. Whereas here, again, it's my body on top of his shoulder, and because we're down on the mat, he can't go anywhere. So it's nice and easy to attack. Even if I don't get it, it doesn't matter. He's not thinking about his arm, he's not thinking about choking me. Again, just like you do in striking, not every punch has to land. It just has to be enough for them to respect your distance and your ability. So as long as he's thinking about that arm and not choking me, I'm more than happy with that result. Weaving the leg through, pin in. If you're ever against someone who's a lot bigger than you in an open weight category or anything, what you do is use your leg instead of your hand. So the hand braces it, the leg comes over, straighten. Your legs are just that much more powerful than your arms. Again, careful when you do it, because it can go south really quickly. Scoot now, keeping them hips high. If my hips are down here, Eric's going to posture up and he's going to choke me. He's going to take me and I'm done. I need to use my body weight and my shoulders to pin him. I don't want to overdo it, because if my head comes over his ribs, then he's going to roll me, and now I'm here, and now I'm getting smashed to pieces. Don't want that, so it's a balancing act. It'll come the more you do it. Yep, perfect. So here, we've got to this point. Now, you can go for the knees, which is always a safer option. I can just ditch the arm. It's always there, but we came here for subs. So let's look at some subs. I'm just gonna loop, yes, looping the head, and we're going scarf fold. Sorry, I'm gonna have to borrow a little bit. Yep, we're in the scarf fold. Again, this is going to be full scarf. I'm grabbing my own thigh nice and tight. So we'll go through a few little simple submissions from here. First one I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my thigh behind the elbow joint here, and I'm levering Eric's wrist down. Nice little straight arm. If I bring his hand down towards my hip, I'll get another lock. And you've got a wee wristy there, because I love me wristies. This is sometimes can be hard finishing. He's moving his arm. It's fine. I bring my leg on top of it. There's two ways to finish this one. Make sure your thigh is at their elbow joint. If I'm up by the shoulder, it's not going to do anything. So I just move that a little bit. I can either straighten my leg, like I'm starting a motorbike. Here's a lift my other thigh up. Or alternatively, if you don't like doing that, control the wrist, pin it to the floor, and then lift your thigh. If you want to get in deeper, this hand grips into that shoulder, and I'll get a finish there. Again, you've got the wrist as well. Another little one you can do, pin the hand down. Be very careful with this one, guys. We all have different levels of flexibility and dexterity, so learning speed. I'm going to bring my heel over Eric's wrist, here to here. Now, I don't leave it like this, because if Eric fights, he can still get his arm out of the gap. So you move like that, yeah. So instead, what I do, I triangle my legs here. Now, if he try and move his arm, it's not going anywhere. All I'm going to do is gently tilt my hips forward for the shoulder lock. Again, everything nice and controlled, guys, because this can, certain tournaments actually ban it. So those are a few options you have in that position. What we do, we move the arm up and across if I can't get it, and then we're going to go into a head and arm choke. So I'm going to go belly down, keeping my head into Eric's shoulder. I don't want to be up by his elbow, because if he can get it down to the ground, he can escape the position, take my back, all of that. I need to be reducing that space. It's not about strength, it's about space. If he has no space to move into, I'm winning. Hands come together, belly down. I'm going to walk out. I look towards Eric, and then just a gentle squeeze as I push my chest into his shoulder. Boom. Get a chokehold. People will often defend that by answering the phone. It's fine. We'll have a wee submission from here. I want to hook into the wrist. Now this one isn't a guarantee, nothing is, but it's a little one worth knowing. I'm going to push my head into his elbow as I pull his hand out. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. Here to here, and you crank. Then we're here, picking them up, and then we've got our standard finishes from here. They're a dime a dozen. You've got rear naked, modified, collar chokes, face cranks, all that jazz. Right, finishing someone from there is just too easy. But again, context, if it's, you know, real world, it's your drunken uncle at a wedding, you know, they probably don't want you choking them unconscious, so it's just here. Relax, stay calm. But you need to keep your chest at their back. If there's any gap at all, he can move, he can swim his hips, he can turn the face. If I'm here leaning on him, he's like a crushed panda. He's not going anywhere. So that's some of the wee tricks that you can do with that drill. Again, there's a lot more, but we just don't want to overload it. Not enough. So we'll give a few of them a wee try and let me know how they go.